How are you?
I'm fine.
Excellent. We're just waiting for David.
No, I don't know.
I'm just saying we're waiting for David.
No. Mười sáu thì một ta. Không chịu học nữa.
Okay, but while we wait, when you know how this works, we have to answer the questions
Yes.
in 3 sentences. So tell me about your house.
Yes. Jordan.
When? Tell me about your house.
My house is my house is big and yellow.
Okay. I need 2 more sentences. You need to answer the questions in 3 sentences.
Uh, is a is a 2 bedroom, uh 3 bathroom
Oh, it has, not it is.
and 1 living room.
Okay, 2 bedrooms
3 bathroom
and one.
and 1 living room.
I need 1 more sentence.
My house is big and yellow. This has 2 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms and 1 living room.
Okay, but we have 2 sentences. We need 3.
What?
You said my house is big and yellow. That's 1 sentence. It has 2 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, 1 living room. That's the 2nd sentence. We need 3.
Yeah.
Tell me, is your house in the city or in the countryside?
What?
Is your house in the city or in the countryside?
No.
Where is it?
No. I don't know.
Do you live in a city? When? Do you live in a city?
Mm,
Remember, this is about your house, where you live.
I live in Bình Phước. My house is in Bình Phước.
Is it a city or a town?
Uh, my house is big first city.
Okay.
It
There
is
we
big
go.
first city.
Yes, there we go. Excellent. Let's try another one. How do you get to school?
Uh, uh, mm, I do uh, I do
Do you walk or do you go
I
by
go
car?
I go into school. I went to school by train. Sometimes I go to school I go by car. But
But
very
but rarely do I walk to school.
yes,
Would you agree with that?
I go to school by train. Sometimes I go by car. But rarely do I walk to school.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Let's try one more. Ooh. Do you prefer living in the city or the countryside?
Mm, I prefer living in the big city because I like I like I like that because it's a interesting. I like interesting.
I
Huh?
like.
I like English class. I like the city because
Oh, sorry.
it's a It's a very interesting, exciting, and exciting.
I prefer living in the city. I like the city because it's very interesting and exciting, and the countryside seems boring to me.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. Now let's go to the, wait.
Davis.
Okay, how often do you read for fun? When? How,
Yes.
how
Uh,
often do you read for fun?
yes. I like. Oh, I often go. I I often go to this to book book.
I
Uh,
often read 2 books. How many times? How often do you read? How often do you read? Um, which one?
uh, um, um, month.
Okay. Now tell me, what kind of things do your friends like reading?
Uh, I usually read at my friend usually reading book like to read book
Yes, but what kind of books?
to read book away.
Okay, no, no, not how often. Look closely. What kind of books?
Đấy, con con gái mà. Chris sign book.
Which one do they like to read?
My friend like to read love stories book.
Okay. Now, when
Yes.
was the last thing that you read online?
Um, um, I read online.
What was it called?
Uh, I read Latin.
Nothing. When can you say again?
I read online book. Latin is 1 month ago.
The question asks, what did you read? Not but like what in did you read a story online, or did you read an article online, or did you read about news events online? Stuff like that. What was the last thing you read online?
About lib li- library. Library.
Like that. Would you agree with that sentence? When?
Yes, I read. I asked
An
this
article? An
about
article?
article article about library.
We pronounce the C as a K. So it's article
Article
about libraries. Yes. Or you could say about games, music, news, um, a school subject, all these things you can mention there. Or you could say, um, the last thing I read was a story. Oh, the last thing I read online was a story about for example, two friends going on a deep sea fishing trip. Do you understand? When? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Now, please tell me about something that you have enjoyed reading.
Uh,
When?
um, I really enjoy reading a science book.
Let's say science article. Can you read that answer for me?
Uh, I really enjoy it. Reading a science article about space travel.
Excellent. Okay. Now, tell me what can you learn from the internet?
What?
I will show you now. What can you learn on the internet?
Yes, I usually learn on the internet.
Okay, but what can you learn? Sorry, on the internet.
I learn I learn in English English on the internet. Much and science on the internet.
Do you know what I mean? What can you learn while using the internet? Not do you learn on the internet, But what can you learn on the internet? If you go into your browser and you want to learn something, tell me what can you learn?
I learn speak English
Okay, you
and
can learn
math
to
on
speak
the internet.
and maths and science. Now, do you
You
prefer
can learn
using?
to speak English,
Yes,
math, and science on the internet.
perfect. Remember, they're asking you what. It's very important. What? Okay, but do you prefer using a phone or a computer to go on the internet? I will ask again. Do you prefer using a phone or a computer to go on the internet?
Uh, and I prefer using a phone uh, to go on the because using a phone to go on the internet because make me is live
Can you say again?
clever, clever,
It is.
clever,
Oh, it's clever. Like this.
clever, and more comfortable.
Yes, it is clever and more comfortable. Okay. Do you have
I
any?
prefer.
Yes, continue. You can continue. Read it for me.
I prefer using a phone to go on the internet because it is clever and more comfortable.
Comfortable. Yes. Okay. Do you have any questions, Win?
Mm.
Do you have any questions?
Mm, I uh 24 or
Is there something you want to learn or not? Or are you fine? Okay, but anyway, our time is up and I will see you again. Thank you, Win, and goodbye.
goodbye teacher.